It's Week 17 of the 2023 season, and we'll see Brandon Cooks. And big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Texans and the Jaguars, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
We are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Now ETN to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another toe for ETN, and he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come out and able to bring him to the ground. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball.
What friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And right away, he lost the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. You got a young quarterback, and maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, They take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A 1st down throw for Mills. There again is Cooks, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Here's Pierce. Is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Davis Mills taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And they'll run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this 1st half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And some room to run now. Touchdown! Texans. Jordan Akins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to move back in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet, the little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Final play of the half, Mills.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Play action now, Mills.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Off the play fake, Mills.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They go play action, Mills. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Steps up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12.
Play fake. Mills.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, he didn't arrive. It wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. They'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Brandon Cooks trots back onto the field with the rest of this Texan offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On play action, Mills.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Lawrence.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Lawrence will throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. On 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And Ingram holds it in.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And his throw here is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. This is caught. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Lawrence.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Now it looks like he'll throw here. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 5, 43 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here's Lawrence.
He completes it to Jones.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
What a
finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Houston, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They move to 16-0 on the year.